drones into that area as well to defend, to mine from it. So that's going to be a huge investment for him that he's going to have to defend. And yellow actually looks like he's going to throw down an expansion as well. So both players going for expansion at about the same time. Savior a little bit earlier, and I think that advantage will go to Savior, and just slightly, again, slight advantage to Savior in their the timing of their builds there. Neither player really looking to attack at this moment, and neither player also able to send their mules to really harass any overlords or anything, just because of the danger it represents. If your mules are away destroying an overlord, your opponent's mules can really get into your drone line and do several kills. And in a ZVZ, as we know, every drone, every single kill is just so vitally important, more so than in any other matchup. Every single unit is just critical. Just losing 1 or 2 drones can really end the game right there. And the second hatchery and extractor are up, and Savior is going to start mining from that extractor, and he's going to be able to get a little bit of a gas advantage here to start until Yellow's second hatchery and second gas get up and running as well. Yellow now coming into the natural expansion, going to be able to see the hatchery, going to see what's going on here, taking a couple pot shots at a drone, but not able to do anything before the Meatos come in. And now Yellow coming in with a lot of Zerglings. Looks like he might actually be thinking about trying to pick off some drones or something. Well, now he's just going to back off here, and he's got his whole force out in the middle of the map. He's got a lot of Meatos. He's got these Zerglings as well. He's got his whole force running around the middle of the map, and now retreating. Neither player just really looks like they're willing to force the issue and really press on the other person at all here. Both of them pretty content to just sit back and macro up a little bit. And I think if they macro up for another minute or so, these two players are just going to have so many Mutalisks. It's going to be an absolute it's just going to be ridiculous. The size of the Mutalist clouds and the number of Scourge that are likely going to be in the air. It's going to be just a very hectic battle if this macroing up goes on for much longer, and I suspect that it will. Yellow coming back in, trying to get another scout in, and not really going to be able to see much. Going to see a couple of Zergans, going to see a few of the Mutalisks in the Mutalist cloud. And yeah, there's the Panda Bear man for Outsider. Yellow just wandering around with his mules. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do with his mules. Maybe just trying to see if there's an overlord, going to try and find something to do, but neither player really pressing at all, and I don't think either player really has a really sizable, decisive advantage either. Neither looks like Yellow's been able to maintain in terms of his Mutalist cloud. His Mutalist cloud is quite sizable as well. Savior's is large, Yellow's is also. And until these two players engage, there really isn't too much going on in this map. It just looks like a couple of Zerglings being sent in to try and do some scouting information, things like that, but no real engagement from either of these players. And I'm very surprised to see that. Yellow especially is known for very aggressive play back in the day. He was the Storm Zerg and was known for being extremely aggressive with every unit he has, and just pushing and pushing and pressing the case every chance he got. And in this game, he's playing very, very passively, and Savior also playing very, very passively as well. Continuing to just build up a massive air force, and this is just absolutely ridiculous, the number of Mutalisks and Scourge these two players have. Now, they're clearly now, Yellow's got enough that they're even in 2 different control groups, as you can see them slightly different paths. This is just absolutely ridiculous, and I want to see both of them fight. Let's see them duke it out at some point here. Looks like Yellow's actually sent a lot of his overlords to that top left, maybe, and Yellow might be getting a little bit antsy here. Looks like Yellow really might want to engage soon. Yellow sending his mules out a little bit, and sending out some overlords as well. Those must be the overlords being used for stacking, so he must be using 3 control groups right now. Whether or not they're full, I don't know, but they are certainly going to be. That's certainly a huge blob of Mutalisks, and Savior has a equal blob of Mutalisks. The Zergling gets in for Savior, not able to really do anything. Going to go down to Mutalist fire again. And come on, guys, let's see some action here. This is like what you expect to see when the Gasper referees will pause and be like, just start duking it out. This is just ridiculous. And now we're seeing Yellow's first-person point of view, so we can see how he organizes his troops. And it looks like he might be thinking about sending in some forces again here, seeing that huge Mutalist cloud. And now Yellow is moving in. Yellow is moving into Savior's base, only sending in a couple of groups of his Mutalisks. And now Savior trying to respond. Now finally we're going to see the big fight here. Here it comes. And now it's just a huge, massive number of Scourge. But Savior coming with a ton of Scourge. Both players coming with this ton of Scourge. I have no idea who's winning. Tons of Scourge landing for both players. Tons of Scourge everywhere. Looks like Savior coming out on top. Savior looks like he's got more Mutalists coming out on top. Yellow being forced to run away, and this is never a good position. This means that Savior's going to get a ton of pot shots off on Yellow's Mutalist, and a couple more Scourges coming in there, and Savior able to do a decent job of microing there. But Yellow actually coming back with some Zerglings, might be able to get a couple drone kills, actually killed 2 drones, might actually be able to get a third here, actually also in the main might be able to get a kill. No, unable to get any kills in the main, but got a couple of drone kills at the expansion of Savior. So Yellow gets a couple drone kills, but Savior definitely won the air battle there. If Savior wants to press it, he might be able to, although with Yellow's reinforcements, it will be interesting case to be made over which player will really have the advantage. Not a ton of Scourge out for either player. It doesn't look like Yellow really has any Scourge, actually, whereas Savior has a lot. Or not a lot, has 1. And here comes Savior coming in for a big engagement there. Yellow doing a good job of microing against these Scourge. And more Scourge popping for Yellow right at the perfect time for Yellow. Perfect time for those Scourge to pop. And now it looks like Savior coming in with more Mutalists. So many Mutalists in the air. They're all up in each other's grill. And I have no idea who's winning this. Yellow coming in with more Scourge, trying to land them. But no Mutalists left. Yellow is forced to GG. Yellow is forced to GG. Savior takes the first game here on Outsider. He is up 1-0. Savior and Yellow playing a rather passive game here on Outsider, building up huge, massive air forces, and Savior coming out on top after that huge battle. And Yellow just unable to keep his forces up and running, and Savior with some good micro there. I think he was able to probably what happened is he was able to clone his Scourge a little bit more effectively than Yellow in the very large battle, and that's where the advantage came in. That's why he came out a couple meters ahead and was able to ride that to victory. And I will be seeing you all in the second game. It's going to be on Neo Menusa, another ZVZ between these two fantastic players, Savior and Yellow. I will see you there.